Somebody's child is dying out there.
I don't know. We're not the Incredibles. No, we are not the Incredibles.
Honey!
Where's my super suit? Where is my super suit? I put it away. Well, why do you need to know? I need it. Don't you think about running out the door? No dairy do. We've been planning this dinner for 2 months. The public is in danger. My evening's in danger. You tell me what this woman? We are talking about the greater good. Greater good. I am your wife. I'm the greatest good that you are ever gonna get.
Yo, all I said was, honey.
What up, y'all? It is the world's best friend back at it again with another YouTube video. Ow. Ow. Okay. I'm here today with my very best friend ever, the first, the trailblazer, the beginning, just all of. This is the one, the original best friend. Say hey, best friend.
What's good? Y'all add me on Snapchat, Joy and Morris.
That's gonna be the end of the video. That's gonna be it, yeah.
Why
Yeah.
I can't?
Not right now.
Okay.
Anyway, as you can see in that title down below, we're gonna have a little small discussion about is water wet?
And it is.
It's not. Anyway, no. Don't play with me. Before we get too deep into it, I need you to like this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and if you want to, go follow her. Her information gonna be down there in the description below.
Do that.
Yeah. Tell me your Instagram.
Joya TM. J-O-Y-H. Do I need to re-say that so they can hear? J-O-Y. Are you going? My Insta is Joya TM. That is J-T. I'm sorry. Spell my name. My Insta is Joya TM, Joyah, and my Snap is Joya Morris, Morris. And what else? Y'all can follow me on Twitter too, which is Joya TM also.
So without further ado, let's get into this video. So not too long ago, I came across a video or a tweet, I believe. It was saying that water isn't wet. And so I texted her and was just like, water's not wet. And then she totally disagreed with me and tried to read me for absolute filth. It's happening.
What are you talking?
I texted her and she totally disagreed with it and was just like, tried to argue me down, be like, water is wet. What are you talking about? Water is wet. And so I decided to stop the conversation right there so we can have it with y'all. So that's why we had to come in front of y'all today and had this discussion, because I need some folk on my side, even though I know I'm right already. Comment down below whether you're on my side saying that water is not wet, or her side that's saying water is wet.
Let me wet my vocal cords with some water, which is wet.
And I'm going to wrench off my vocal cords with some with something.
Oh, I held that in for so long.
I held mine in too. Okay. Okay.
I'm a wrench. The same thing. So we're just gonna use synonyms for wet. Because water is wet.
No, water is not wet.
So what you gonna wrench it with? How's it gonna get wrenched if the water is not wet?
No, listen.
No, you listen.
Go ahead.
I forgot what I was gonna say now.
No, listen. Water, no. Water can make something wet. Water itself is not wet. It makes something wet.
Are you talking about the molecules or something?
No, we're not getting that deep.
Well, what you talking about is not wet, because everything. If I pour this out on you,
I would be wet.
Exactly.
I would be wet, not the water itself.
Because of what?
Because of the water, but water itself cannot be more wet.
The water.
Does that make sense?
No, it didn't.
No. I said, does that make sense?
No, it doesn't make sense.
Can water be more wet?
What?
can water itself be more wet?
2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen equal wet. Because you know what it is H2O, which is water. Water is H2O and it's wet.
So what we're gonna do, hey, I'm explaining a point about water, and then you explain, then after me, you can explain, then we can talk about, okay? Okay, you wanna go first or me?
You.
So what I'm saying is, water itself, it's not wet. It makes things wet. You don't say it rained and the ocean got wet. But you would say, it rained last night in my car.
Because water is already wet.
No, water cannot make itself wet.
You talking about if it rained in the ocean is not gonna be wet. Because it's a body of water.
That means water
wet.
I still didn't get my point. You're not letting me finish.
But it don't even make sense.
It makes sense because you wouldn't say the ocean got wet when it rained last night. Okay, go ahead.
No,
explain your part.
Okay, if it hits a surface, it's wet. The surface
got wet, yes.
Because of what?
The water made it wet. I'm not denying that the water didn't make it wet, but water itself, if my fist is submerged in some water, if I take this, if I shrink my fist.
You know, I'm about to, I think some physics. I'm about to Google this shit right now. Like, I'll Google this shit.
What did you type in?
I put water is foam.
Water is what?
Water is foam, bro.
Water is foam.
I don't know.
See, you can't take nothing from nobody like this. Watch these. Look.
No, you watch these. Get your itchy brain off of me. When that burnt part hit my arm. Y'all know that little burnt piece? The little burnt piece in the end. Sorry, itchy. Water itself is not wet. But
see?
Hold on, it's the answer too, so hold on. So,
go ahead.
To answer this question, we need to define the term wet. If we define wet as the condition of a liquid sticking to a solid surface, such as water wetting our skin, then we cannot say that water is wet by itself.
Yeah.
It takes a liquid and a solid to define the term wet.
Thank you.
But it's still wet.
No, you just read it right then. Okay,
wet.
so I'm gonna do examples. The word wet, as I would think, means something else beside the water is wet. This bowl is heavy as hell. But if I submerge my
it turns.
Yeah, yo.
Okay, let's just hold it together. Let's just hold it together.
Okay, so look. It almost came. Ooh.
Put your hand back under there, bro. No, I'm talking.
Wait, I gotta push.
I couldn't hold that shit. I know one thing. It's a solid in that motherfucker.
I'm crying.
Water is dry as I lose.
No, wait.
Cut.
Listen, look. You don't have to hold it if you don't want to.
Okay. I got it.
Okay, so me putting my hand.
Oh, take it easy.
My hand. My hand is my fingers. I say my fingers. My fingers are not. Look. My fingers itself. Listen, my fingers.
What about your fingers? Get it out.
Okay.
I'm trying to clean my nails.
fingers at the moment are not wet. They are submerged in the water. Being surrounded by all this water does not make it wet. So when I take my fingers out, that then makes my fingers wet.
Okay, but if we go to like the molecules and stuff, the liquid, the liquid and the solid makes it.
Yeah, two things together is what's making it wet. I'm saying that water by itself is not wet.
But it wouldn't be water if it wasn't H2O.
Right, but H2O is what makes another surface, another compound wet, because water with something makes something wet, not water by itself.
But water isn't by itself.
It is it's H2O.
Yeah, and that's it.
Right, that's it. It's surrounded by itself, which means it's not making anything wet.
But H2O, like you can't just get.
Is all your argument H2O?
Yes, because you can't get just some H2 and then be dry and then get the oxygen or whatever. I don't understand where this what you don't get about the H2O.
H2O is one compound that makes one compound, water, right?
Yes.
Water is itself.
Without those two, you wouldn't have.
But water is its own entity, though.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Water itself. We don't say, "Oh, look at the hydrogen peroxide." You don't just say, "Oh, let me grab a little bit of H2 and let me go grab some more of that oxygen and put it together," because water is its own thing now.
No, it's not.
Yes,
it's because you have to have both to have water.
Joya, do you physically see H2?
Do you physically see O?
No, that's why I'm telling you, water is its own thing. It's those two things together to make one thing.
Okay, but it still has to make that one thing with them both together. Like you can't put hydrogen with two atoms. H2. You can't put H2 and calcium together. You can't have H2C. That might blow some shit up or something. It got to be H2 and O for the water.
That is its one thing together.
And it makes water. I don't know. I don't know what you're not getting.
Look. This is H2, okay?
I'm sorry.
Listen, just hear me. This is H2. And this is O.
Mm-hmm.
These two separate entities are nothing together but their selves. But when they come together to form this one thing, this is water.
Exactly.
So meaning that water is its own entity itself, because those two items.
Just because
those two things make that one thing. We don't just see hydrogen.
Because
is it hydrogen? What the fuck is it?
I ain't telling you because you're about to look crazy on. So how is H2O not water?
I didn't say H2O wasn't water.
Okay, so
where did that come from?
Okay, so how do those two elements together, those three elements together, how do they not make up and how do I damn, I lost my damn train of thought, y'all. Although the train just said two more.
That train was like, girl, we go. Bye. We ain't mess with you, train.
I'm train.
that train was like, girl, come on, we got 5 minutes left. And you just stood there trying to get you a hot dog from the station. That nigga said, we out.
That train left in the wind, boy.
That door closed and was like, beep, beep. Oh, that's a car.
That's an animal. It's the road runner. Jesus.
Call on him.
I come to you as humble as I know how.
Yes.
To thank you.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
To say thank you.
Thank you.
And right now, I just want to pray for my brother Jalen.
Right now, Lord.
Because he wrong. But he don't know he wrong, Lord.
First of all, how you talking to the Lord and your eyes ain't closed?
Because I'm looking.
That's a ceiling titty. That ain't Jesus.
Because I'm imagining. I'm imagining him.
So is this debate over? Do you understand where I came from at all? Cause
no, I don't.
So where are you coming from? Explain your point.
Okay, my point is that the surface wouldn't be wet if it wasn't for the water. Correct?
Correct, y'all.
Correct. If the surface wasn't wet, the water wouldn't be wet.
Because the water isn't wet. Water.
Because it is wet.
Water with something makes that surface wet. Water itself is not wet. What are we even talking about anymore? If y'all have enjoyed this discussion on today, if you think I'm right, comment down below. If you think she's right, also comment down below. Subscribe to my channel. And check out some more of my other videos. Okay. Until I see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.